Perfect.
Where'd it go?
Right dead center.
I'm good. Hey, buddy. This one's here for you. This is just a little bit of a reminder for you for last year when we were in New Mexico. That's 90 yards. My 90-yard pin's on. I think we're ready to kill something. I just need to get something in front of me. I'm gonna keep this arrow. There you go, bro.
Got this magic dust here. The Axis magic dust. Makes cows crazy. That's good.
I put this in here. I didn't even use the whole thing last time.
Well, I'm going to use the whole thing. If a little's good, a lot's better. That's my motto.
So we have it's 100 degrees again. We don't have a blind to put up. The wind is coming kind of dang south and kind of south-southwest. These animals are coming out way down there and they're working their way down this whole green field here right behind you. And so we're trying to interrupt them. This is where we saw them from about 500 yards away here the night before. And so we're either going to end up with a 40 to 60 yard poke or a 10-yard poke. And yeah, either way we're going to be a little bit in the opening. So we're going to go in here and cut a hole here, back in here, try to get seated back up in here and get those ozonics machines put up over here and just get it kind of blowing on and over the top of us and the down, pushing downwind. And see if we can't get that big tanker we had on film last night. So I'm going to get cut and we'll show you a picture of it after I get done. Out of shooting light. This Axis archery hunting and this free range stuff, it's a little bit humbling. It's a little bit frustrating. It's a little bit of everything. But the whole going to feeders and this and that doesn't work. They're not interested in that. But it's just so hard to kind of figure out where they're going to go. So we know this area has a lot of traffic in it. I think we've created a pretty good hide in here in these mesquite trees. We don't have a massive shooting lane, but we're going to bet on this spot and we're going to quit moving and we're going to set this place because it hasn't been hunted in a long time and I believe we can make something happen here. But yeah, no cockiness here, just not frustrated. I'm blessed to be out here, but I wish I could tell you how to predict what these suckers do. So, here we go. Scott's had this place for nearly 20 years. I've been hunting out here for 6 or 7. We don't get to come here a lot, but there's some great axis deer, and we've got some unbelievable axis deer on camera this year. And then you can see I'm sweating profusely. It's about 105 degrees. It's 5:15 in the afternoon, and it's just brutal hot. It's been this way for about 6 weeks.
So everything's burned up. It's just tough. But these big axes, they love this stuff. They're originally from India, and they love this heat. So we're gonna get in here tonight, see if we can get something to move in. The hard part for tonight, we've got a southeast wind, and that southeast wind's blowing straight out here where we're hunting. So we've got our ozonics and up in each corner of the blind, 2 of them, running them on hyper boost so we can dump the maximum amount of ozone into the downwind airstream to try to keep these animals from smelling us. So it's gonna be hot, and I hope it's gonna be fun. It's about 7 o'clock. We've had 3 different whitetail come in. 2 bucks, and this same doe keeps coming in. Still at 100 degrees. Apparently, I grabbed the wrong stack of batteries because they weren't charged. So we're at the mercy of the wind right now because both of our ozonics units have died. So a lesson to self, make sure you charge your batteries, buddy. So I can still see this big buck that we were watching. He's just standing down there. We had a truck. It sounded like an alarm going off, and it bumped him out. The doe's dead. But he's down there about 60 yards, just staring at the feeder, looking back up here. So my guess is he'll be back in a little bit, because he's a corn hog. That dude loves it. He's here every morning, every evening. Here he comes. Yep, he's gonna march right back in. So we'll just keep our fingers crossed. These axis deer, they've been moving really late, like around 8 o'clock. So if something comes, it's gonna be late. So we'll just hold tight. Alright, well, day 1's drawn to a close. It's still in the mid-90s, hot. We had a little bit of activity around a little before the feeder went off around 6:40, and we had a really good, the biggest deer whitetail I've ever seen on this property. 11 point, just gorgeous. Still got some time to grow. Had a young spike buck and a doe that milled around and came back, had some action, but no axis deer tonight. Like I said earlier, grabbed the wrong batteries, so we had to hunt the last half here without units because both of them died. Did have a doe start to come in, and then she circled to the right and winded us and stood over there and snorted. It's a sound I don't hear very often anymore. Stood over there and snorted, so we're just going to finish off the evening and get ready to do it again in the morning.